It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. Everybody is still depressed and sad over that gross, close loss last night. But damn it, let's wipe that aside. I'm going to give you five guys that stepped the shit up last night. Five guys that Vikings fans, myself, have been waiting for these guys to show up this year. And last night, they all just kind of happened to do it in the same game. It was in a losing effort, but they did help us hang with one of the best teams in the NFL last night. And these guys were a big part of it. So let's get right into it in no particular reason or no particular order. Number one, Big Irv Smith. Irv Smith came on late last year, was a big part of this offense, gave us a lot of hope that Kyle Rudolph, one of the better tight ends to ever play for the Vikings, we were going to have his heir apparent, and we were going to feel nice and warm and fuzzy when he retired. But so far this year, he's just not done it. 2 receptions, 14 yards, some ugly penalties. But last night, they showed him some love. They showed him some balls. They gave him 5 targets, 4 receptions, 64 yards, had some tough catches too, played very, very well. We all know good things will happen when Irv Smith gets the ball in his hands. Hopefully this is a game that will help boost his confidence a little bit. I can't imagine that it's been overly high the last couple of weeks, not being involved. Like I said, making some gross penalties. So very, very good to see Irv Smith in the mix. Let's keep giving him that rock. We know our receiving depth is not overly great, so Irv Smith could be a big part of this passing offense moving forward. Second guy that stepped up, Ifedio Denebo. We saw a lot of Denebo yesterday, and he is a guy, again, that came on late last year, gave us some hope. The thought of, we were warm and fuzzies, thought that Danielle Hunter and him could be our starting defensive ends, and maybe he could even help offset Everson Griffin, and he really hasn't done it, but he got a sack. He was in the backfield quite a bit. The only thing I'd say is on that last play where Russell Wilson threw that touchdown, was it just me, or did he seem like he was running towards Wilson and then he just froze? He was like a deer in headlights and nothing happened. So not sure what happened there, but I'm still giving Denebo some props and throwing him on this list because it was good to see him get his hands on the quarterback and be in the backfield. Number 3, third guy that stepped up last night for the Vikings, and this is a guy that I have not been overly nice about. I thought he was just going to burst on this scene this year, make some big old cheddar coming off of this year. He's going to be a free agent. So Eric Wilson, man, what a game. Eric Wilson, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. Huge interception. Russell Wilson does not make mistakes very often, and he did last night, and Eric Wilson made him pay for it. Wilson, we've seen over the years, fill in as a guy who comes in for somebody that's injured, and he's always a spark plug. He's always in the backfield. He's running around like he's just does not give a shit, and we saw a little bit of that last night. And every game since week 1 of the season, Wilson seems to be getting better and better, and hopefully that is a trend, because if he can show that he can play and be a starting linebacker in this league and be a good one, the Vikings are going to have a tough decision whether or not they're going to pay him this offseason. So huge game by Eric Wilson. Number 4, can't not mention this guy, Alexander Madison. He has not seen the ball much through the first 4 weeks. Last night, unfortunately, Dalvin Cook gets hurt. Madison steps right in, 20 carries, 111 yards, averaging 5.6 yards a carry. 3 receptions, 24 yards on top of that. Madison and Cook are 2 different beasts, but Madison, he makes things happen when he gets the ball in his hands. We weren't going against the best rush defense, but I don't care. Madison was a big part why the Vikings were in that game late. Say what you want about that 4th and 1. Oh, he should have kicked it outside. He should have done that. We wouldn't have been in that spot if we didn't have Madison out there anyways. Yes, should have kicked it outside. Anything. He should have done anything other than what happened, but it's behind us. Madison just proves that if he was on, something tells me he would be a starter for a handful of teams if he wasn't on the Vikings. He's a workhorse. He can get it done, and we have a very, very good backup running back. So 5, final guy, and this isn't even fair to say that he finally stepped up because he hasn't had the chance. He was finally active. James Lynch, baby, James Lynch. Bull rushes Damian Lewis. Damian Lewis is a rookie guard they got in round 3, who I would have loved the Vikings to get. He's been having a very, very good year as a rookie, but James Lynch did not give a crap. He took him, pushed him back, got Russell Wilson, and took him into the ground. So big old mystery on why James Lynch hasn't been active, especially on a defensive a team with defensive tackles that haven't proven to be that great, but he was active and he showed that he should be active next week. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. James Lynch, maybe he's arrived. Let's see. So those are 5 guys, 5 Vikings that finally stepped up, even though in the losing effort, we got to sprinkle a little sugar on something gross. So that's my 5 guys. Let me know down in the comments who you felt stepped up in week 5.